good morning, good evening, good afternoon. It's me, Allie. Hi, good morning. Okay. Hi. Happy September. And it's already September, right? It's so fast. August felt both really long and really short. Got some coffee. Hi guys. I'll get settled in a second. I'm here early for once. Thanks for coming in. Good to see you. Yeah, I'll try not to be like too quiet for the stream. Not like on a volume level, but on a like active level. I don't want to like lock in too hard. But gotta get some drawings done. Yeah, I kind of looked at my schedule like yesterday and I was realizing just how much stuff I have planned to draw and finish this month. So we're gonna see how far I can go. I was sort of looking like at least one animation or like small project a week. Which doesn't sound too bad, honestly, but I'm so slow. And Silksong comes out in a day, and I really just want to play Silksong. And then the new, like, hard mode, super hard mode for Night Rain is coming out the week after, and I will definitely want to play that, so that's, like, all my nights gone for at least, you know, however long it'll take. It's 9:04 p.m. for you. Oh. It's not too bad. But it's also, what, Tuesday for you? So it's like middle of the week, so maybe you should get some. Don't be like me. Don't be like me and get some sleep. Get some rest. Let me move my mic so I'm not hitting it constantly. And yeah, okay, so I have the little animation here. I'm going to try to finish it by the end of this week, maybe, hopefully. My plan is before the weekend. I really just want to play Silksong, guys. And I'm gonna try not to do the thing I always do and like keep adding things as I go. It's got all its necessary frames, and then, you know, we'll see how much time I'll have to do how many extra in-betweens, but I might not need it. Okay. What I'm gonna do for this one is I'm gonna draw the frames in parts. So I'm gonna do like the head and the face first, and then I'll go and do the hair in each of those frames, and to go like then the clothes, then the accessories and stuff like that. Just to kind of keep it as consistent as I can. I don't have like a ton of experience drawing Battle 2. I'm setting up files here and setting up my light table. This is 1A. I have to... Because I can, like, manually... or no, not manually. Like, you can automatically, like, edit the titles of your frames and stuff, so I always just do that at the end. So, what happened here? Oh, center is all the way over here. Okay. So I don't need it to be like completely symmetric, but I'm just using the light table for the frames I've already drawn as kind of like a reference. So I can save a little bit of time and thinking. Okay. Did all that setup just to turn it off. Oh yeah, I didn't even ask you guys how you're doing. I'm doing okay. Yeah, I'm doing okay. There's nothing like really big going on right now for me. At least not right now. It's all kind of like the end of this month, and then the next month is when I'll be a little bit busier, but yeah, like right now it's not bad. It's all just all these like fan works I kind of want to get done. How are you guys doing? He's here. Hi, Aru! Good to see you. But yeah, like, this is what I said. I didn't want to be too quiet while working on this. Too locked into these lines. Or was that like a cat walking on your keyboard? Yeah, it's just like, it's a following the routine kind of part of the year. No worries. I was gonna say, it's like a little too organized for like dropping your phone or a cat walking on the keyboard, sort of a keyboard slam. Ooh, I hope it wasn't too much of a blast. Okay, but here, I'll like explain what I'm doing. I'm so like out of sorts today. So let's get this ear, and ears are just lines. Get a little sippy. Gotta go soon. Oh, that's okay. I know it's a little late in some time zones. So no worries. And that goes for everyone else too. Never feel like you have to stay like the whole time. I appreciate any time spent. Hands can grow back, but keyboards can't. My priorities are clear. Hey, like some keyboards are pretty expensive. So if you've got a good one, I would also worry about it. Oh. Hi! Some Twitch comments. Hello. Yeah, I was just about to explain what I'm doing. So, a lot of Hollow Stars EN things going on this month, and I was saying before on previous streams that I was going to do a bunch of drawings and animations for them, but I expected them to all just be at the end of the month, like with their concert and like with some of the members' birthdays. But kind of like, what, 2 days ago? I think Bettel tweeted that, Bettel 2 is leaving or whatever's going on there. So right now I'm trying to get something like an animation done for Bettel 2 by the end of this week. So we're working on that. And here, I know my layers are a little... the opacity is like really low on all of them, so I'll bring them up and show you guys what I'm doing for this. So actually it started with this. I'll show you like my process too. Your art style looks really good. Thank you so much. Thank you. So it's gonna be, I actually have some of my other like older animations up because I was checking what brushes I was using on them because they look really, like, I did these a year ago and they're still some of the nicest looking animations I've done, I think. And I didn't remember what like brush I was using for the lines on these, so I opened them up to look at them again and kind of check how I was doing some of this. I have to look at how I've set up my layers again, because this really worked and I was able to do both of these fairly quickly. I also think these are not as organized as they could be. They're very, very separated. But I don't know, we might do that again for this. I seem very calm about that. I'm not. Oh, thanks for following! Thank you, thank you, thank you! So if you guys remember this one, oh, please don't crush. It's like, I hit play and it's taking a long time to render, so I'm hoping, okay, good. It didn't crash. So if you guys remember this one, This is the one I did for Ryu's, like, his birthday last year. We're gonna do another one this year. But today I'm working on another, like, animation that's kind of in line with this. Do I want to see the Demon Slayer movie? So I've only, like, watched a couple episodes of Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba. That's like all I have to say about that. I've only watched a couple episodes, so I haven't seen any of, like, the movies or any of the things that are, like, smashing every box office record here in Japan. But, like, I don't know, and it's, like, part of the story too, so it's, like, the next part after the anime, where the anime left off, so I can't just go and watch it because I'll be, like, really lost. I'm currently working on something right now, so I'll have the stream in the background. If I manage to finish, I might pop back in chat again. That's fine, thank you! Yeah, that is totally fine. And this will probably be, like, a co-working kind of stream anyway. Again, I'll try not to just be totally quiet and super locked in and just, like, drawing the frames. I'll try to chat a bit at least. But I do want to, like, get some progress done. So yeah, we're gonna do something sort of like this today, and then this Roberu one too. I really like. It's not, like, crazy animated, or we're not, like, hitting the Sakuga or anything, but I like the way it looks. So it's nice, and everything moves really nice. So that's what we're going for. I've seen plenty of anime movies. I have seen, like, 2 episodes of Demon Slayer, so I don't, like, I think I would not understand what's going on if I went to see the Demon Slayer movie. So for this one, the Battle 2 one I'm working on, my original idea, like, my plan was to animate, like, the live 2D Wiggle, but kind of more animated, since, like, it's frame by frame. So this was, like, my original kind of idea, or, like, my rough idea. Am I planning to watch the rest, or it didn't catch your eye? I like it, it's like I was just really neutral about it. So, you know, I watched, like, the first couple episodes, and I was like, yeah, this is pretty cool. Or, you know, the Ufotable worked really hard on the animation, and there's a lot of, like, really cool effects and a lot of 3D camera movement, which is really fun and really cool. But I wasn't, like, super interested in the story, I guess, or I didn't, like, really grab my attention from the get-go. And I don't think it was bad. Like, I wasn't like, oh, it's so cliche or anything. I was just like, oh yeah, this is pretty good. But there's just, like, other things I was watching, and I don't know, like, I don't want to say it's like, oh, because I'm just older now, because I do still enjoy a lot of shonen manga, and I don't really think, like, it's always just enjoyable, right? Like, those kinds of stories are always just fun to go through. I don't think it's a matter of, like, oh, I'm not 15 anymore. Because it was sort of the same with me and, like, Jujutsu Kaisen, which I watched, like, the whole, like, first season of Jujutsu Kaisen. I really, really enjoyed it, and I've seen things from, like, Zero and the second season and stuff, and I think there's some super, super, super talented animators working on those, and there's some really, really amazing scenes. But honestly speaking, I was, like, not really captured by the story or anything. Like, I was like, oh yeah, this is really cool, but I wasn't like, what's gonna happen next, or like, oh, the next fight, what's gonna happen? I was just like, oh yeah, I like seeing these characters do stuff. It's fun to watch, but I wasn't like, when's the next season of Jujutsu Kaisen? Ah! But I think lately I've been enjoying more of like the comedy shonen stuff. So like I've been enjoying like Witch Watch and Sakamoto Days more recently, and like I'm watching Sakamoto Days a little bit like week by week now, as opposed to some of the more actiony kind of just fight stuff. Like I think that's just like, but I've always kind of been like that. I've always liked the comedy stuff and like the action comedy stuff. And I know it's not like there's no humor in Kimetsu no Yaiba or Jujutsu Kaisen, because those were also very funny. But I think I just like enjoy watching something like Sakamoto Days like week by week, where I'm like, oh, I can just kind of sit back and relax and watch it while I'm eating dinner and be like, haha, so funny. Okay, so yeah, this was like my rough little drawing, like the little skeleton outline, and you can see it's like just a little like back and forth little like wiggle, little head bob, and then I did my usual thing where the next step where I was like, okay, I'll draw a little bit more. Oh, you still can't really see that. It got a little bit more movement. And I did think about stepping it back to this where it's just a little back and forth, but I thought it would be like funnier if it was a lot more movement. So now this is what I'm working with. Let me bring up the opacity here. You guys can see it. There's a lot more movement, which I probably shouldn't have done to myself. You know that coming from this. What program do I use to draw? So this is Clip Studio Paint. I have the EX version, which has a lot more functions for animation and doesn't have a limit on frames. But yeah, I have had Clip Studio Paint kind of mostly for just drawing and illustration, but now I use it for animation too, and that's why I have the upgraded version. It's a little more expensive. That's what I use. There are a lot of other programs and software that you can use that has similar features that isn't as expensive. That looks cool. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really happy with the motion. I guess I think it looks really smooth for 6 frames. But we're gonna see how much detail I can put into it within a couple days. So that's where we're at. Alright. Wish I could draw like you. Thank you. You can get there with practice. I mean, I don't. I think I'm an okay artist. I have some confidence, but I think, like many artists, I think I could be better. I took all that time to set up this light table, but honestly, I don't think I need it. I'm just gonna from here. My lines are really messy, but that's kind of okay because it's not gonna be a really big frame heavy animation. we hopefully won't need to do a lot of editing on it. And like I said before, I'll be working on this in parts. So I think I'll just be doing like the head and the face first and making sure those are all like consistent and looks good before I move on to the parts that are gonna probably move a bit more, like the hair, like clothes, which I'm gonna simplify. I don't think I'll be able to draw all that. How much time have I been drawing? Do you mean how long? I've been drawing since I was a kid, but I think I didn't take it too seriously until I want to say like 10 years ago, which sounds like a lot, but I like, what I mean to say is I've always been drawing sort of for fun and as a hobby. I didn't really take classes or anything like that until pretty late. So I think if you're just interested in drawing and art, you can start whenever, and there's many ways to learn and kind of get better, but different methods and different ways of studying works for different people. So maybe taking art classes would work for you, and some people don't really find a lot of like change after taking an art class, or depending on what they want to draw and how they want to draw. I think a lot of it comes down to being aware of yourself and sorry, I'm like trying to think. I'm trying to be eloquent and get this eye done at the same time. So, for example, there are a lot of good tutorials online, whether that's YouTube or just someone's like blog or on Twitter, things like that. But tutorials can also just be guides. You don't need to follow them exactly if it's not, working for you. It's not a good fit for you. And I've seen some people take them too seriously, like, oh, this isn't how I draw, so this is a bad tutorial. But it's like, that's not that's not how you should be using it. Thank you. Back to my point. It's kind of like, I think the best thing I can say is to do like mindful practice. So if there's something in particular you want to be good, like you want to get better at, focus on that and like really focus on it, as in think and try to think of like how you want to get better at it and like how you want to actually achieve that goal, rather than just saying like, oh, I want to get better at drawing bodies, like anatomy. And if you know, for example, if like that's what you want to do, then look at examples, look at references, like understand what it is that you're trying to draw, rather than just being like, I'm just gonna keep drawing, and you know, it's not really a thing that you can smash your head against and then eventually you'll get it. Like if you're not gonna look, you have to look at the references, you have to look at pictures and photos and kind of see what lines you're seeing so that you know what lines you should be drawing. And how to play guitar with online tutorials. Yeah, I think nowadays there's so many guides and, you know, free tutorials and guides on YouTube, for example, that you can learn a lot of things without needing to spend too much money on certain things. I learned how to crochet mostly through YouTube. I have like books too. I have some like beginner crochet books that really help too, but I think watching a video of someone actually do it and kind of seeing where I needed to put, you know, my needle and like where the yarn goes and how the yarn folds over itself was a lot more helpful to initially start. And then once I understood some of the basics, then I could like read the book and understand what the book was trying to tell me to do. It's so hard, frustrating when you don't get what you want. Yeah. It is. And I've been there. I'm there almost every day, like on a weekly basis at least. But you could say that about most things, right? And like most hobbies, if you don't get the result you want, it is really frustrating. But unfortunately, that's part of learning it. So I'd say don't give up. Oh, I'm going a bit too far on this. I feel like I was just kind of rambling just before, but I also mean to say that like I do draw something at least almost every day, and so I get a lot of, you know, practice in, and I do think just muscle memory or like getting your hands to know what they want to do helps. But it's, you know, for example, it's not like just drawing every day is gonna really help you improve on something you want to improve if you're not like being mindful about it and thinking about how to improve, rather than just like, I don't know. I hope I'm making sense. It's like you know, like if you want to get better at drawing hands, look at some photos, look at some references, and kind of draw them in different angles and think about really like what you're doing and how to draw that hand, rather than like, okay, it's time to practice drawing hands, and then you just kind of draw one in your sketchbook over and over again, and like the same hand and the same angle until you get one really good one. Stuff like that. If you have trouble drawing, is there there's a good artist in town I could recommend to you. Do you know Alley Cat? Okay. Okay, now I can rename these layers and these frames, because that's the mess. It goes 1A, layer 2, 1B, 1C, 1, 2. I don't think I'm actually that good at giving advice on art. I mean, I will still try to, but I think I barely understand the things for myself as is, so it's hard for me to try to explain to someone else, like, oh, like, try this, because I don't really know what works for me either. I can just only relay to you the information that I have gained from also YouTube. My lines are really shaky today. As an artist, it's hard to handle pride and humility when it comes to craft. I feel we all go through that, learning what it means to be an artist. Would you agree? Oh, we're getting deep today. I mean, I think it's different for everyone. And kind of your own position and how you see yourself as an artist. Like, I guess I usually just kind of draw for fun, and I like to draw fun things and make things that are nice to look at. But I guess also something I try to do is have some confidence. So I know I do keep saying, like, on stream while I'm working about myself, like, oh, this is kind of messy, this isn't that good, this isn't great, and like right here I'm just using way too many lines that should be, you know, this should be done in one line. But something I learned early on that I think really helped me was just take compliments. Like when someone says, hey, I like your art, or I like your art style, this looks really cute, just say thank you. And even if you don't believe it, even if you think like, oh no, like this was so bad, I don't like this drawing, if someone likes it and, you know, they take time out of their day and, you know, to message you and comment and say, hey, I really like this, take the dub. Like, because not only is it just nice and respectful to them, you know, you don't want to say like, no, you're wrong, this is bad. But it also helps you because, you know, then you realize like, yeah, people do like my stuff. My stuff is good. It's okay to know that. And you know, you don't want to be too like, yeah, I'm good, or oh, like this drawing is so good, why doesn't it have 1,000 likes already? Because that can be really tough too. I mean, completely ignoring anything about sounding vain or whatever. It's more just like, if you're gonna think, I mean, it always feels bad when you work on something and you think like, oh, people are really gonna like this, it's gonna get big numbers, and then you post it and it gets like 2 maybe. You know, that always sucks, but it's hard to, when you keep thinking about the numbers and the likes, which is really hard not to, it just starts feeling really bad. But it's easier said than done to be like, you know, don't pay attention to the numbers, don't care about likes or follows or whatever, but to the best that you can, try to not mind them too much. The bounce is a little off on those. Okay. I think it's like the neck. It's a little. Like... Yeah, feeling proud of your work, only to not be recognized by others. I'll learn to enjoy the process, even when it's frustrating. Yeah, I mean, it's always gonna suck. It's always gonna feel bad, and there's just like not really a way around that other than trying not to think of it. But you know, it's like a way to think about it when that happens is that, you know, it wasn't wasted effort. You didn't not gain anything. You still probably learned something from drawing, you know, that piece that didn't blow up like you wanted it to. And then who knows, like, maybe your next one will do better, and then people will go through your profile and see it, and then it could take off. When you think about it, being able to do art is crazy. How can you take lines or words in some order and capture reality? It's sort of like just making lines and tricking people, tricking brains into thinking like, yes, it's this. This is a picture of this. I mean, that's how I've always felt about doing animation, where I'm like, I'm just making these little drawings, and a lot of them are really silly. And when I press play, my brain is telling me that it's moving. Like, that's crazy. Hi, Allie. I've been following your art since the All-Stars days. Wow! I was so happy when I first saw your Rovitch on RB2, looking very handsome. Hi! Thank you! Oh my gosh! Thank you so much! I actually do have, like, a bunch of, because I still play, I just, like, am older and busier now, so I'm just not as, like, I can't keep up with events as much as I used to, or I could play at least a bit for every event. I actually do have a bunch of, like Tetra drawings in my folders that haven't seen, you know, I haven't posted them yet because I'm like, it's not good yet, or, I think there's one where I just haven't come up with anything for a background, and I'm not super satisfied with leaving it just like a white, like, blank background or something. So I've got like so many like Tetra drawings in the background because he's still like my favorite character ever. I remember all the Tetras. I still love Tetra so much, and I still have like a bunch of merch of him, and I'm like behind my computer monitor actually is like I have a clear file of him like taped onto my wall. It's like that gives me like motivation because it's the 5-star. It's one of the 5. He's got so many 5 stars where he's just like has the fist towards the camera, and it's like motivating for me. But I do like want to post some more at some point and like draw other characters too. It's always a little like yeah, Tetsuno is cheering me on. I mean, that's part of why I love him so much. Hi, Shara. Yeah, it's always a little awkward. Like I still have like, you know, multi-fandom, multi-genre or whatever on my Twitter profile, but it's always a little awkward when you start drawing a lot for like one fandom and then you kind of like jump back and forth to another. I don't think like most people care, but sometimes like as the person who posts, you're just like, are people gonna like want to see this or care about this or whatever? But that's so cool. Thank you. Wow. I'm like so happy to see that comment. Thank you. But yeah, we're I'm doing a bunch of like Hollow Stars art this month. And I was actually kind of joking to myself this morning when I was setting up, like, oh, like Tetra better not get another like a new 5-star or 4-star card to, like this month, that I would have to drop everything and draw. Because I would not have the time, but I know I would be compelled to. I would not be able to, my hand would move on its own. Yeah, it's always like tough when like a game or like a series goes on for so, I mean, it's on its 10th year. And I started playing it on like when it was a year and a half old or something, because I've been here for a long time. And things are really, really different from back then. And some of it is always I'm like a little sad about, but and you know, not really happy about, but at the same time I think of it in a way as like, oh, this is fine, because yeah, now that I don't have as much time to play like any sort of gacha game whatsoever, I'm like, okay, it's okay, I don't need to be too invested. It's just like something I can come back to when I want to. But I still love the characters, I still love the art, I still love the music. It's just like, you know, 5 years ago, I could keep up with a bunch of different, like, multiple gacha games and all the events and getting cards and stuff without having to wail on anything. But now it's like, I look at my phone and I just, you know, check my notifications and I put it down. I just don't want to be on my phone that much nowadays. But that's why it's the VTuber stuff has been nice, because I can just kind of have streams on while I'm working on other things, and still gives me that idle kick. Yeah, I got into it around Switch debut. Oh, that's also like pretty early into its lifespan. I kind of soft quit like 2 years ago. It's not really the same. Yeah, it's gotten really different. Yeah. I wouldn't consider myself having like quit or soft quit. It's more like I kind of just wait for like, an event or like a card or a banner to get excited for, and then I can pour a bunch of energy into it, and then when it's not that I have time to do other things. Kids these days and their gachas. I mean, even back then, you know, like 5, 8, 10 years ago when I was really like into my gacha games, I could still only, I had enough time and effort to really dedicate myself to one or two. Even user a big Akira story is coming delusional. I mean, maybe. I mean, I think so. I mean, nowadays, so I haven't done it in a while, but I've been using their like fitness app more because I've been trying to like do some daily workouts at home, and I actually really like their fitness app because it feels less bad to do a lot of like aerobic exercise when a character you like is telling you like giving you motivation, and you know, Ibara at the end is like, here's your stamp, and I'm like, yes. I should get back into it because I haven't done it in a while. But I found the fitness app to actually like Ontore. Yeah, their training app to be really useful for me. But now, Ibara to me is just kind of in that realm of I have to go exercise now. Oh, I keep drawing on the wrong layer. But what I was saying before is like, even back when I was like really into oh my gacha games, I only had like time and energy to play like 2 to 3, and I know people like even now, you know, with their full-time jobs and everything, to play like upwards of 5 at a time and keep up with all of them, and I'm like, how? Like, I know you do other things, like how are you doing this? And I guess, you know, the answer is money. You know, you kind of pay for the items if you can't like just get them free through playing or whatever, but I'm just like, man, how? Because even the ones I really like still, and even just like with video games, like not like live service mobile gacha games or whatever, it's like a lot of time to just keep up with any game. Like even if you're playing just something that you log in for, you know, like even Animal Crossing, like in like the COVID days of and just before that, like New Leaf, it was always just this thing of like, oh, I gotta log in and I gotta get my dailies and I gotta do this and I gotta make my bells, and it was like I would have to like set aside, you know, time in my day, or like, okay, like I have an hour for lunch, I can get my Animal Crossing in then. But maybe that's like me, like I have to have everything like super scheduled. If only there were more time in the day. Let me check this movement. Okay, this movement looks pretty good. Was Pokemon my first taste of like gacha game? I mean, no. I mean, I don't consider Pokemon to even be in like that realm of I mean, I guess I have a very like strict definition of what and I mean, people just call them gacha games now, but I just sort of think of them as like live service games or like online, you know, mobile. In Japanese, like the term people use is like a social game, like you're playing it online in an app. But I mean, I played the first time I played Pokemon was when Pokemon came out and like started. But I mean, I guess if you mean in the way of like there's random elements, like probably still not. But also with Pokemon, I never usually do like shiny hunting or anything like that, so I don't really go crazy with all the RNG elements. Let me check. Okay. But I mean, I don't know, like maybe that is just part of what I do, because I'm a big planner. I don't go full, spreadsheets for all my games, but I do think a lot about, like, getting my things done in my games. Well, it depends what kind of game. And then, it's like, I don't really play, like, roguelikes too much, but I know people who do will, like, kind of keep track of what synergizes with what, and, like, what abilities will stack, and what does good with, like, what kind of build. But I usually don't kind of play those kinds of things. But it's mostly, like, I want to get this, so I will do this, and then today I will do this. But I'm really, like, that's just, like, the type of person I am. So I've said a few times on stream that I'm a big, like, stationery nerd. Like, I have so many pens and notebooks and stickers and washi tape and stuff, and like, planner season has just started, where you can like, order and get the new, like, 2016 super nice, like, planners and notebooks and schedule books and stuff. And last year I, like, ordered it on the day, like, as soon as the online store opened. And I haven't gone that level this year, but I have spent, like, the past 2 days thinking about what like, planner I want to get this year. I think I've made my decision, but I'm, like, really excited, and I kind of want to go stationery shopping soon. Which I don't have to. I have so many pens, guys. But I am writing all the time. I keep a journal. I keep schedules. I like to plan things out on, like, notebooks and notepads and paper, and stick, like, little sticky notes into my planner, and have things, like, planned out for as what's the word? Spontaneous as I am sometimes, where it's like, okay, 5 minutes before stream, I'll put up like the room. But a lot of times I will just, like, plan a lot of stuff out. Hi, I heard stationery. I just want to say I bought some Tajiki and I love using them. I am such a sucker for them. So if you guys don't know, those are, I think in the English term usually used for those is, like, pencil boards. So they're just like this sheet of plastic, essentially, that you can put under a sheet of paper, so your writing feels better, or you kind of prevent, like, what's the word, like the creasing. So when you're writing on paper and you press really hard, like on a notebook or something, like the impression of your letters kind of is, shows up onto the page under it, because you might be, like, pressing really hard. So having that board under it, like, prevents that, but also it helps just for, like, the feel of it. Like, the feeling of writing feels better sometimes for some people. And also, like, I tend to use them if I'm working on, like using something with a wetter ink, like a fountain pen, or like markers, or like a felt tip pen or something. So I have quite a few, and I use them all the time. I love using them. I almost can't write in my notebook without it. I have a couple from just, like, places I've been to, like aquariums and museums and stuff, and I have a Kirby one that I use pretty often. It's really cute. It's like very pink and shiny. I have a hypnosis mic one. But I love those. I recommend trying them out if you guys write or draw a lot. Oh yeah, I use them all the like if I'm drawing on paper, traditionally with especially with alcohol markers and stuff. I always use them. Save. Let's turn this on. I think I'll draw like the hair and stuff on a different layer because I'm kind of worried about the motion of it. It might look too stiff if I don't. Like it might need editing. I think I'll draw the hair on a different layer. And I'll make this a bit easier to see. But yeah, with planner season starting, all the cool stationery is coming out with it. I just want more. I think it also it's nice because it makes me a bit more motivated to do stuff. So I'm like, oh, now I get to use my nice stationery to write my plans for this thing I have to do. But Japan is a very good place for good stationery, so that's always been a little dangerous. I mean, back in the States, I would always order, like, online, really nice stuff, which are still pretty cheap. You know, a really good pen here is less than $2. I take it the stationery of yours are cute, similar to your color palette of choice. Sort of. So some of them, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, most of them are pretty cute and like stylishy. Lots of pink. A lot of my stationery stuff is pink. My notebook cover is pink, and it has like panda stickers on the like. I have like a protective coat, like cover over the cloth cover for my big schedule notebook. I use a Hobonichi. If you guys are familiar with that, that's what I use. And that has a lot of like cute panda stickers and stuff on it. A lot of my pens are kind of very standard. I don't have any like the fancy like fountain pens or anything, because I am also really, I think, messy when it comes to this stuff. So I would just like smudge the ink everywhere and stuff. The model is accurate. Yeah, I mean, like this. Like the frame of my layout, you know, the ribbons on the side, it's like based on how I decorate all my stuff. It's all like top loaders and oshis stuff and fan cards and things like that. But that's just what I do. So yeah, like my stream layout is similar to what I do. Maybe, I don't know. Is there anything like, I don't think there's anything too personal on the cover. So maybe I can take a picture and post on Twitter. You guys can see my very special notebook. Can't have too many nice things because I get distracted. Well, I mean, that's the opposite for me with like stationery, because I think having all the cute stationery and having a pen that feels really nice to write with and not succumbing to sticker anxiety and just letting myself use the stickers, like I said, gets me like motivated to make plans and write the plans down and schedule things in advance because I get to use all the nice stuff rather than be like, okay, it's serious time. I have to write my serious grocery checklist. Japanese pink feels different from Canadian pink. Maybe? I sort of get what you mean. In that I think... And not just, like, Japanese products and accessories, but a lot of, like, just Asian. Focuses on the pink that I use, like, for Ellie, like that baby pink, the pastel pink. But I think, even, like, in the States and Canada and stuff, even, like, a pastel pink is quite dark to me. But I like most pinks, so... I have, like, way too many lines on the screen. I do think everyone should have, like, one pen that feels really good for them to write with. Doesn't have to be a super fancy engraved fountain pen or anything, but just, like, your pen. Actually, the last time I was in the States, I asked... It has, like, my... You know those, like, blue, like, cheap beak pens? They're, like, it's sort of like a semi, you know, translucent body. It's like, it's just like the blue beak pen. I think those write, like, those are so comfortable to write with. But I can't, like, I don't find them here. Or I don't even know if I could, like, order them. I guess I've never tried, but the last time I was in the States, like, my brother-in-law just had a bunch kind of lying around, and I was like, please, can I take some of these? And I actually just asked for one, and he's like, yeah, and he gave me like 10, because I think they're super cheap, but they're so comfortable to write with. So I now have like a whole collection in my drawer that's just like sitting around for when I need to write a lot. I need to make like a big list or something. Like, I don't know if you guys are big note takers or anything, but I know I've brought it up a few times, but I think I just can't do like digital notes. You know, I have like a Notion account, and I know people really like using Notion and those types of like note apps, but I don't know, I think I can't really use them. I just don't remember the things I write down, like type down on them, or you know, I'll use them for like Google Docs, but I just forget that I've made the Google Doc. Get a bit more emotional now. Okay. Let me check that. I mean, it looks good, but actually, I think it's a little too big. It's a good call that I made to do the hair on a separate layer. Okay. I think we're just gonna keep going. We'll see if it needs to edit from there. When I write in cursive. When I type in print. I write in cursive sometimes, like, actually. I find that I only write in cursive when I'm writing really fast. Like, if I'm taking quick notes or, like, writing, like, jotting something down. You guys ever, like, actually write in cursive? Okay. Let's try for consistency here. Cursive in Japanese. I think my kanji is awful, but I think I write hiragana and katakana really well. I think I can do it. I can write it pretty, but my kanji is, they're always a little too, like, fat. Popping back in because I heard writing. I write in, like, italics print. I guess like super slanted. Yeah, my kanji is chunky. My little weird habit, because you shared yours, is if I'm writing in, like, a note, like, on paper, I usually end up, like, almost rotating the paper or whatever I'm writing on almost, like, 90 degrees, and I, like, because I write like, I guess I like angle my body, and so if you were to look at me writing, it looks like I'm almost writing like down, up, like I'm almost writing like vertically because I've turned the paper almost like horizontally. Like I rotate so much, because I write like I just add an angle. Like I'll sit at the desk, like at an angle. Yeah, it is. I mean, if I'm writing a lot, it'll end up that way. But you know, even if I'm just writing it just a little bit or just kind of writing something in my journal, my notebook is always rotated. I would say at least like 50 degrees, and I'll just kind of write rotated. But the like my handwriting itself is very like straight. Like there's no slant to it that I think I see. But my body, like physically, is the thing that rotates. Even now, like when I'm drawing, so it's like my model where my tablet is kind of on this stand, and I'm sitting in front of it, but I'm on a swivel chair, like a gaming chair basically, and that chair is maybe 20 degrees to the right. Like it's not, you know, the left armrest is a little more to the front than it should be. So I'm always sitting like a little twisted. Or sometimes I'll just push my tablet back on one side, so it's the thing that's rotated a bit. I can't just go full like straight on. My lower back feels your pain. It's like more comfortable for me than to just kind of sit straight forward and kind of look head on. But that might have to do with how short I am. Well, because I'm quite short, and so sometimes if I'm doing something where I really need to look at my main monitor, like if I'm playing a game or something, sometimes I'll need to like sit like kneeling essentially, like sit on my legs on my chair to get like a little boost of height. And I'm also very small, so I can fit my body onto my chair. I'm mostly just going back and forth and making sure I'm not drawing like extra lines and like extra, I guess, like locks of hair essentially that aren't accounted for, because that can be kind of awkward when it's animating and then you just kind of suddenly get a new line or like a new chunk. I have one of those squishy cushions from Muji. They're so comfy. I have gone a couple times recently, and I always kind of squish those cushions, but I never get them. But I do have like a pad cushion on the bottom of my chair and a blanket. Because even though it's hot in the summer, I just like to be comfy. So I always have like a little. It's very light. It's not too heavy, but just like one of those like fleecy throw blankets. That's always on my chair. Very small. I am very small. Would you say you're a slouch goblin? Not really. I don't. I try to be really aware of if/when I'm slouching. So I don't have like great, amazing posture, but I do. Yeah, I'm usually like pretty like sitting straight up, my back, and then I try not to hunch over my tablet too much. But I'm not tall enough to really like hunch over it. The model is a lie. I'm not that much higher than my tablet itself. But my tablet is at quite a high angle. It's practically standing up, like vertically. Not, it's still back so that it's not like I'm not. It's not like I'm painting where it's like standing upright on an easel, and I have the pen or the brush like sort of horizontally on it, but it is like quite a high angle. Seiza on the gaming chair. That's literally what I'm doing right now. I am literally doing a Seiza sit on my gaming chair. That's like my sort of my usual posture. A lot of people I know are always amazed at how often I like do a Seiza sit. They're like, oh, don't your like knees get tired? Doesn't it hurt? And I'm like, no, this is kind of more comfortable for me. This is what happens when you don't plan your sketches too well. Probably is easier for smaller people though, since there's less weight pushing down on your legs. Yeah! I mean, that's almost definitely it, but it's like, when I sit like this, I'm definitely, like, I don't feel that much pressure on my feet or anything like that. Oh, I guess we've just been saying Seiza, so if you're not familiar with the term or what Seiza sitting is, it's, you're basically like, your legs are folded out under you, so you're kind of kneeling. You're sitting on your legs. And I sit like that most of the time. Imagine you being like 3 to 5 inches from the screen, like a guy sitting right in front of a 46-inch TV. I don't. For like TV screens or even like playing like on the Switch, like portable, I usually don't keep the screen that close to me, but when I'm drawing, I'm very close to the tablet screen. Like yeah, I would say 5 inches, yeah. Decent space from my main monitor, but very close to the tablet. I think this will get easier as I go on, but yeah, right now it's just a matter of keeping consistent. My my references for this are pulled off. They're like screen caps from a stream. The collection of screen caps I took that's on a MS Paint file. I think we'll just refine the lines later. I am going like pretty slow today. But hair is always kind of the most annoying part for me to do in animations. I think like as long as I can get most of this done today, I'll be happy. I don't really like drawing hair. I think I don't really understand it as much as I should. It's all just like lines and V's to me. Just make shapes. This is not my OC, this is a VTuber question mark that I like. He's gonna... I'm not sure how to explain this. He said that he is going to leave soon and then do he's got like projects of his own to work on. So I'm just doing like a little farewell fan animation for him. Let me get this little piece of this hair file done and then I will show you. The proportions are like super off on the sketches too, so that's just something I told myself I would fix as I went on. Take a look at that. Yeah, the hair might be a little stiff for this kind of movement. I don't know how much it'll move and how many like in-betweens I want to do. It's mostly just... My goal is to finish like the frames I have set up and then see what time allows to do for the in-betweens. But... So this, like, VTuber, essentially... when his model was shown off, he kind of just did the live 2D like VTuber wiggle, where he just kind of like wiggled in place. And so my idea was to like animate the wiggle, but animate it a little bit more than what like a live 2D model would offer. And then it kind of evolved as I was going through like the rough animation into like a full kind of swaying dance. So that's what we're doing. So I think here you can see it sort of a little better. So it, you know, here was the actual rough, and this one was definitely more of just like a back and forth sort of wiggle, and then it turned into a whole little swaying groove dance. We're just gonna go from there. Battle 3 debut and Battle just brings up baby on stream. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to like speculate or anything, but like a lot of stuff is happening for them this month, and then there's the like concert, the 3D live concert at the end of the month. So I'm expecting like announcements or something to happen. Thank you. So yeah, my goal is to finish this as soon as I can before the week is over. Goal is before the weekend, but I don't know. I don't know if we'll get there. Now it's just checking, because something that I tend to do when I'm animating frame by frame is I mess up size consistency. So there's supposed to be a little bit here, because it's supposed to be kind of a forward and back as well as a side to side. So I'm okay with the back, like this side being a little bit smaller than this side, but I'm just making sure like the hair doesn't grow in size from frame to frame, or you know, the neck doesn't shrink and get skinnier from frame to frame, because I tend to do that sometimes. I mean, I think I can get a bit more like motion in the hair later on, but right now I don't need to worry too much about that. But I think maybe make these strands a little bit thicker. Then I have to do glasses too, and I hate drawing glasses. His glasses are so geometrical. As in, you think, I guess like when you first think about drawing them, you kind of just think like, oh yeah, the glasses, the lines for the glasses just go around the eyes. But I mean, glasses, it's just like one solid rectangle that works in 3D space, so it would have to more be like this. You know, you have to think about the planes of the polygons that you're drawing, but you know, when I think about them, I'm like, yeah, you just go around the eyes like that, and then you have these. Actually, that was not a bad angle. I find it hard to not draw glasses that look like they're broken. Myself a bit of visibility. Most of the animation is just gonna be like, yeah, it's just this loop, so it doesn't really start or end. And I would like to have them on. It's just, they'll be a little annoying to kind of keep consistent. Yeah, apologies in advance because I will be just like flipping back and forth between a couple of these frames over and over again. Or okay. I mean, sometimes it just becomes a guessing game. Like, what lines did you just draw 5 minutes ago? I don't like that one. I think this won't be too bad to do colors on, but that'll depend on how detailed I want to do the clothes, the accessories, because he does kind of have quite the outfit going on. But Every time I do something for Ruse, like whether that's a drawing or an animation, I always get comments that are just like, "I can't believe you drew all the belts," or something along those lines. And I always laugh, but I'm always like, yeah, I don't know why I did it either. These are some messy lines. I think they're a little much. I don't really need this many lines. Yeah, I think now I'm just making them too long and too big. Smaller. It's over. Sometimes I think about how much drawing needs to go into this 6-frame animation. I can just choose to not do this. I can draw one picture and be done with it, but I like to see the silly boys dance. I actually do think I prefer my art when it's animated, like when it's moving. I think it just looks nice in motion. I mean, I try hard with just regular illustrations too, so it's not like I think they're trash or anything, but something nice about seeing him move. Now he has like a ponytail or something. I think I have to remember to draw in later because previous times I've drawn Biddle 2, I've completely forgotten about it. But as a short hair enjoyer, maybe that was just like my subconscious telling me to just not draw it. Control S, this is your Control S, save your file reminder if you guys are working. I think that looks okay. I think that's like decent consistency. There's no like parts of the hair that's suddenly warping in and out of existence, but I guess it's also, I mean, it's easier to just edit it from there than to realize that you've drawn the hairstyle two completely different ways from frame to frame. Because there's like it's a bit too stiff for me for the motion that's going on. But again, like I've said like 3 times already, it might come down to just like the in-betweens, seeing how much time I have for them. Because my pace is pretty slow for these, and I want to get this done by like Friday night or Saturday morning, and Silk Song comes out today, and I will want to spend a lot of time, at least the first, like, I think I might just like not use social media for the next couple of days, but at least the first couple of days Silk Song is out, because I don't want to get spoiled or anything. And you never really know how bad spoilers are going to be for certain games. In the last, like, I think, like, during, like, when Scarlet and Violet came out, I think everyone around me was so careful about spoilers and, like, Pokédex spoilers and everything like that. And people were really, really good about it. But certain games, like, a lot of RPGs, honestly, and, like, FF14, I think people are so bad about keeping spoilers to themselves. So I'm always, like, I just never know how the atmosphere is going to be like any given game. Sorry, I was having a snacky. But, yeah, imagine when P4 Remake comes out. Yeah. I think it's gonna be bad. Hi, Tana! Because, I mean, there are so many people who just think, like, oh, well, everyone knows by now, or like, oh, it's like practically a meme, everyone knows. But if you've never played it before and you don't know, like, just let people have that experience and try to, like, figure out the story for themselves. I think it'll be bad. And I think if you know, like, the big spoiler-worthy thing for P4, I think it just makes it a lot less fun. Because that's a big moment. I think, yeah, I think like RPGs are always really tough because just regularly people aren't great with spoilers, but I think, I think I've talked about this before. A lot of times people think that it's only like the story or like plot things that you can spoil when, you know, part of what makes a video game is the experience. So I think like things in the game and mechanics and bosses especially are just as much, you know, spoiler territory as cutscenes and plot points and stuff. And some people don't believe that, so they're like, oh no, I didn't post a spoiler, I just posted, you know, a screenshot from the like the last boss of the dungeon in the new FF14 patch. And I'm just like, that is a massive spoiler! I have spent some time in small town Japan, and it is startling how accurate the experience, like Persona 4 is to the experience of being in a small town, living in like a small sort of like rural area of Japan. Because that's exactly what it's like. That's exactly what it looks like. You know, there's a lot of wonderful and beautiful things, and people are nice, and it's kind of lovely, but you also understand why people are so bored or you know, they don't want to be there, especially like young people. And then you understand why Nanako is like obsessed with Junes, even though Junes is like, you know, Walmart. Final boss of video game spoilers. I mean, I think it's also YouTube is really bad for avoiding video game spoilers, because that's how I got spoiled on the final boss of the Elden Ring DLC, because I was just on YouTube, even though I had not clicked on like any Shadow of the Erdtree videos or guides or anything. I was being super careful, and then one just showed up on my YouTube feed that was like, recommended for you, and it was like, guide to how to beat like full name of final boss of DLC. And if you know, like, even without playing you know, the DLC, having played Elden Ring, the names of not even that, but just like some of the bosses in the DLC are just like a massive, like, what? So seeing that name as a spoiler was just like, okay, all right. So when a game releases that I'm like excited for, or anything like that, I just only go to like the subscription tab or like very specific parts of YouTube, so I don't even risk that. Yeah, pesky algorithm-based social media. Because I was like really careful. I wasn't watching anyone's streams. I wasn't clicking on anything. I wasn't watching any like beginner like guides on starting up, or like have this before you start the DLC. Like, I wasn't watching any of those. I still got You know, they jumped, like, they couldn't even give me any of those. They jumped me right to the final boss. Okay, it's like almost 1 p.m. here. Don't want to keep you guys too late. I know it's like Tuesday night. You guys got your classes and work and stuff. Watching me drop YouTuber boys on Monica. Should have planned this angle a bit more. I'm guessing on my own artwork. I realized I didn't really do a sketch for like this angle, the side of the rotation. Right? I need some water. Okay. Check my lines again. Okay, it's not too bad. Make sure I have these angles correct. Thank you, Allie, for listening. And you delivered what you promised. I love watching your progress. Thank you. I'm glad. I hope. I was a little worried. I was kind of boring today because I'm just working. Trying to explain a bit more, but once it gets to this point where I'm just kind of filling in the frames that I'm working on, there's not too much more that I can explain that I haven't already without repeating myself every 3 minutes or so. But I'm glad it's still enjoyable. Again, I'll try not to just be too quiet and too locked in. Because I think I would have... I started this very, out of nowhere yesterday. And I didn't expect to come up with an idea or even motion that early on, and it just kind of happened. So then I was like, okay, I can stream. I'll stream a bit of this tomorrow, or else I would have kind of done some of the process, this stuff, all the rough animation that I was showing you before. I would have done that on stream, but I didn't. It happened faster than I thought, and it kind of just in between me doing other stuff. But like I said, this month there's a lot of fan works that I want to do within the month. So favorite VTubers birthdays are the end of the month, so I'll be working on those. Roberu's birthday, I believe, is kind of late in the month, and then right after that is Rue's, and then there's the 3D concert, and then there's just some stuff that I need to do, commission work for friends. I probably won't work on stream because I don't really know who or how many of them have know of my stream and how often they watch it. So I think it's better to just keep that stuff private, or at least not known and visible, the work, because I don't know who might be watching. It's present stuff, so that's why it's not serious. I made it sound too serious, but it's literally surprise gift stuff. And the acrylic stand that I was working on I also wanted to do other things. The Alley outfit of September. It's we're chatting in the office. Yeah, it is. It's kind of a nice co-working stream. I should maybe label them next time if I plan it to be more of a co-working thing. What was I just saying? Yeah, I wanted to do some of the the digital goods that we were talking about earlier, but I gotta see what can fit in my schedule and what I'll be able to finish on what times. Overall, I'm enjoying these streams, and I know it's going to be more quiet than other streams, but that's expected and welcomed. Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, it's nice to just have a co-working thing sometimes. I know there are definitely times where I'm not streaming, but I'm drawing or I'm working on something, and I can't find a stream to put on that works in the exact mood that I'm in, if that makes any sense. There's the reason I always try to show up to these streams. Aw, you guys. But yeah, for today, I think I will just do this last frame, finish up the hair, and then maybe I'll do, I don't know, I might do one frame of like drawing the clothes, and then I probably wrap it up there. I don't want to go on too long today, so I'll probably just be drawing more today, and I'll get some other stuff done that I can't do on stream, or like, you know, away from my computer, away from the Clip Studio Paint sort of things. But I'd like to do at least like maybe another puzzle game or something, because that we can use as like a nice Satsudan, like a chatting stream while we puzzle, but also as a nice break, because I think I will be drawing a lot, and I would not just like this week or like today or whatever, but all month I think I'll be drawing quite a bit. It'd be nice to get like at least a day of just not this. Lines aren't going to be seeing too much, so should be okay. I'm not trying to be too concerned with my line work on this one, because it'll short and you kind of won't see it that much, but I want them to at least look good. If I use the wrong layer. Let me rotate my canvas 90 degrees so that I don't have to turn 90 degrees. Yeah, I wasn't joking about the rotation. I mean, I should probably just keep it vertical because that saves your wrist, but I'll do it on this. It's a good little tip for you. Especially if you're like maintaining wrist and hand and arm health, is people say to like move with your shoulders and not your wrist. So it's kind of hard to explain without showing, like physically showing you my hand, but if you're making like a curved line like this, you know, from here to here, you can imagine just moving only your wrist to do that motion, just your wrist. But if you do that a lot, like eventually your wrist is going to get tired, and then, you know, you risk carpal tunnel and just wrist pain. So instead of just making that motion with moving your wrist, you kind of just move your arm and do like move your arm. I can, okay, I'm glad you get it. Yeah, so like, you know, if you're just like writing or you're just doodling, that's fine. But like if you're going to be drawing a lot, or you're gonna be doing like a bunch of work, then it's a good practice to make big sweeping motions or like one line with just not your wrist and move your shoulder, your arm. But I was reminded of that because sometimes I do like rotate my canvas to pretty extreme angles like that, so I can just make one line really easy and like move just my arm rather than just kind of doing these like really small wrist motions. So it makes both drawing the line easier but also a little bit more comfortable. I imagine that's easier with a bigger canvas or surface. Yeah. So if you like, oops, I just opened the text tool for some reason. Like I do have a pretty big pen display. I think it's like 17 inches. I think, yeah. So mine is pretty big. Like there's pretty big surface to work on. So I do have a lot of room to do that, and I know people have, like, I'm not really sure how easy that would be able. You can do that on like an iPad, for example, but even like on paper, you get to try to move your hand or like your arm more than just having your wrist go back and forth. Kind of making like a flicking motion with your wrist, because that can really tire you out. I had a whack on bamboo. I remember broad movements like that being really hard on my dinky little whack on bamboo way back when. Yeah, I had that too. Mine was actually like pretty long. It was one of the bigger ones, but I definitely remember it had like this coating on it that made it feel, it was like textured. It made it feel kind of like paper. I really liked it. But you could see like in the center, it just like the texture coating just wore out, and it's like was really, really smooth in the center. But yeah, I mean, I think it's fine if you don't do it all the time for every movement, but it's a good thing to just keep in mind, especially if you're going to be doing for a long time. Because I mean, I'm doing like little wrist movements right now, but these are small little lines, and I think, you know, I'll probably be taking a break in a bit. Okay. I was a little worried that it was gonna look weird from this jump to this, but it's fine. It looks totally fine. That only happens with Wacom. Are you talking about like the wearing down on the surface, or just like being able to make big lines? The lines are crisp. Thank you. Yeah, for animation especially, I use like pens and brushes that are a lot sharper. It just makes it easier. But I like to have these kind of very clean lines during it. It makes I think it just looks nice. It's fun to do, but also it makes coloring really easier later on. And I don't have to go in and like fix all the pixels and stuff. But usually, like recently, I've been doing animating more on these like really, really like MS Paint crispy lines. Like, you know, no smoothing at all. But I found that sometimes it works well because the smoothing on like my video editing programs or the like will take care of that, and sometimes it absolutely does not. So the wear down, it doesn't only happen with Wacom. So I haven't experienced that with my tablet, which is not a Wacom, but my tablet does not really have like a textured coating on the screen. I haven't seen that like the screen protector or any of the coating, I haven't really seen any wear on it, but it's just like a smooth surface. The tablet that we were talking about, the one, like my older one, had this kind of more textured coating on it. And actually for my pen tablet right now, I have put on like one of those sticker sheet type things, like a coating on top of it that gives it a bit of texture so it feels a little better to draw on. Yeah, I have a paper screen protector as well. I love it. Yeah. Some of them, I'm surprised at how expensive some of them can be, but also like, as I said, my pen display is like 17 inches, so it was like a lot. It had to be a really big one, but you can get them for like iPads and stuff. How long have I had it? The tablet right now that I'm working on. How long have I had it? 5? 7? I've had it for like, yeah, maybe like 7 years. I've had it for a while. I haven't felt a need to switch it, to like upgrade or change it. It's been working really well for me. It's quite big. It doesn't heat up. If anything, just like the cable, like the, you know, like the black kind of rubbery or like the plastic cover around the cable, like that sheds like crazy. I have a thing, like a tape protector over it. But other than that, like my tablet's been holding up real well. Yeah, mine for my iPad was crazy. Some stores here have entire sections like dedicated to just the different kinds of screen protectors you can get for tablets. Whether that's iPad or drawing ones. I mean, it wasn't like, mine wasn't too expensive, but I was like surprised at how like the price ranges for some of them. I wouldn't say mine was too expensive, especially since I use my tablet all the time. But like for the smaller models, like as in iPads and stuff, it's just, I was like, wow. And there's so much variety. Like even among just like the paper style texture, there's like all different kinds. Like the only real drawback I would say is that it can wear down your pen nib, like your tablet pen nibs, pretty fast. Hi! I'm constantly like switching out my pen tablet nibs, because depending on what I'm drawing, it's like sanding down the nibs. It helps me steady my hand a lot. I think mine, because mine's like one of the smoother ones, I don't find like it steadies my hand, but it makes it a lot more comfortable because the super like smooth kind of slipperiness of without it on my screen, I just felt like my hand was always sticking to it. And I wear like artist gloves in like the colder months, but even I had to wear my glove. I just buy the big packs of the tips. Do you use like the plastic tips, like the regular ones, or do you use like the felt, like the fabric-y kind of ones? Do you use like a different one? I'm switching back and forth between YouTube and Twitch chat. I need to put my chat on stream. I just keep forgetting because I have to do all the stream element stuff. The regular ones. Yeah, I just have the regular ones. I think I might need to pick up another pack soon. Mostly so I can stop worrying about, like, oh no, I can't wear this one out too fast because I don't have another one. I've heard the felt, kind of like the fabric-y ones are kind of nice too, but I've never tried them. But I feel like it wouldn't work that well on maybe like the paper texture protector. Big fan of your crisp and sharp lines too, very evident from your shorts. Thank you. Sometimes they're a little too crispy, and I try to like smooth them down on the editing process, but sometimes it just doesn't work. And I'm really conscious of it. The MS Paint Jags have their own charm too. I mean, I haven't done it in a while, but I have another kind of more pixely pen, like brush like this that I use. So you can kind of see even on the stream that it's like a lot jaggedy. Like it's very, there's no smoothing. It's a very MS Paint kind of jaggedy pixeliness, but it looks really cool. Like this brush in particular is kind of meant for illustrating, so it looks really cool. Even when you zoom out, there's still that kind of sharpness to it, but it doesn't look too like abrasive, I guess. Hi Ali, hi chat, I've come to lurk. Hi Azu, lurk away. I have a detachable paper-like screen protector on my iPad for when I take notes. Ooh. Yeah, I know there's like detachable ones too, but mine is just like sticker, just like you just slap it on there and it's just there. What software are you using? I'm using Clip Studio Paint. I have the EX version. So it's good, really good for illustrating, I think, if you're kind of, especially like anime style, manga style artist. I think it's really good for that, but also I have the upgrade version because it's good for, it has a lot of like animation functions, which is what I go back and forth between doing, just like regular illustrations and animation stuff in Clip Studio. So I'm still like working on this, but as you can see, like this is only 6 frames and it's a 12 FPS. So it's nothing crazy, but I do like all my clips and like my long YouTube videos on Clip Studio Paint, and then I just kind of add them together and edit them and put them together on a different video editing software, which I hate doing. I hate video editing. I hate it. I heard people use metal nibs. I've heard of them, and they seem kind of cool, but I would not use them on mine. I don't wonder if it would feel good, but I think it's like, you know, some people use the pen and the stylus just for like writing and taking notes and, you know, like more business stuff. like work oriented stuff, like presentations and all that. I don't know if like the wear that would come from drawing and animating a lot. Like, I wonder. Really something here. Right, metal nibs, how does that work? How does it feel? I don't know, like, I just get the impression that it wouldn't feel that good. Or like maybe it would feel good, but maybe not for like drawing, like maybe just for like regular stylus things, like clicking things and you know, making lines on a presentation, like giving a presentation or something. Like it might feel good for that, but not. Yeah, it would be like nails on a chalkboard, right? Like, it would also depend on like your screen itself. Oh gosh. Ugh. I still like really good. I want to learn how to animate. I just started with some overlays for my stream, but it's rough. Yeah, it's really it's tough. I will say that I learned a lot of like techniques and stuff for frame by frame animation just by watching YouTube videos and kind of trying and just trying stuff out. So like you can certainly do it, but I will say, like, I don't know. I am so bad at the like I always get the word wrong. Interpolate? Interpolate? I think you guys know what word I'm trying to say. I always like actually forget the word, and I like always have like the vague idea of the word in my head, but like, you know, the key from keyframe to keyframe, and it just interpolate. Yes, that's it. Interpolation. Yeah. That's the word I meant. Like I am that kind of animation I'm like very bad at. Like it's very hard for me to think about, and then even when I get like the right idea, like I can understand it, it's hard for me to actually do what I need to do. But like I have got like a cousin who works kind of more on that kind of animation and more like motion graphic-y kind of stuff, and she's really, really good at it. I think it's really cool. It's a lot more like useful for certain things like video editing and stuff like that. But I don't know how to do that at all. So I can do like an animation for stuff, but I don't know how to do like stream overlays and stingers and stuff. So I mean, I'll just put it up for a second, but like my intro, my waiting screen, and my outro, like, you know, these I animated by myself, but like, you know, the transitions for them are just what OBS has for me, and not like anything I've programmed or done. Because I don't know how to do that kind of stuff. It's so cute, thank you. Because you know, I'm thinking later when I do other kinds of streams, like I want to do more game streams later on, and kind of having the transition between like the room and the game and stingers and stuff like that. I was thinking about, oh, like what I could do for them, and then I stopped and was like, I don't know how to make those. The neuron activation. I wish I could do like anime characters, but I'm not good at it. LOL. I mean, I don't want to say like I'm not either, and then while I'm doing this, but it's a thing of just like, it's hard, and it's a very, even if you know how to like draw them and you're good at like illustrating or drawing just like pictures of like anime characters and stuff, it's a very different, you have to think very differently if you're animating them too. Like it's not just, oh, now I can draw, now I can surely animate, right? There's different things you gotta think about. But you are, thank you. But yeah, like as I said before, there's a lot you can learn just by watching things on YouTube and just online resources and stuff. It's just trying things out yourself. If it helps, just think about it as like you're making a flip book, because that's essentially what animation is. And everything just moves, just little by little. Oh, and then, you know, my model, like my PNG tuber model, those were all animated by me and stuff. kind of like ketchup on food. Oh, I missed this comment. I once forgot to change my nib and I ended up scratching my screen. Yeah, that's the thing. If you're using like a dull, like a worn down nib, it can scratch your screen. Or like my screen protector actually has a couple scratches. Because I actually like some of my worn down nibs, or I guess rather, I don't really mind working with like blunt nibs sometimes if I'm just sketching or like coloring or like painting and I'm just kind of going at like going at it. Because it doesn't, I don't need the sharpness of the nib. Like it sort of just feels good, fine to just have like a blunt, like a chunky, like blunt crayon, and you're just kind of filling things in and you're just coloring. Like it's got that kind of same satisfying feeling, but it can scratch your screen if it's, you know, too worn down or it's got like a little like sharp edge to it. So I have to be really careful about that. Oh, actually, I don't like those. Oh, actually, no. That needs to be there. I heard the music change and I looked up like a sleeper agent. I should have given like a more of a heads up. So I was just trying to show the intro and the outro. But I activated the neurons. Hi, it's me. I was yapping about magic girls in the past life. You might not remember me. I remember. I think we were talking. Was it? We were talking about like Pretty Cure. And just like Glitter Force in the US. Yes! Yeah, I remember. This angle's kind of weird, but we're just gonna go with it. I'm just missing this little bit. Let me just get this in, and we'll watch it, and hopefully it's not too bad. That might be a little too, like, high for bangs and the... Let's... Actually... move everything down just a little bit. But yeah, it would be nice to be a little bit more well-rounded and animation being able to do, yeah, like stream overlays and stuff. That would be nice. think it's easy to think that, like, oh, if you can do one, you can kind of do the other, or like, oh, if you can draw this, you can draw that. But it's, unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. Reminds me, I still have an animation I'm working on that I forgot about 5 months ago. Whoopsie daisy. That sounds like me. My folder's full of unfinished animations. I also kind of want to do more like video stuff, and oh, did I do the wrong layer? No. But I'm mostly just doing like GIFs, like animated GIFs or GIFs, whatever. As in, like, they're not synced to music or anything. It's not like a TikTok reel sort of thing. It's just the GIF that's working. Steer Control S, reminder, save your files. Some like phantom lines come in now. That's fine. I mean, the consistency is there. There's no parts that are like getting lost or materializing. But it's also still a little stiff. I'm barely treading water. My enemies catch me slipping. Oh boy. I should label these layers, but I'm not gonna do that right now. Titus. Titus. Titus? Titus. Titus? I still can't pick a pronunciation. How much work do I want to create for myself? I'm looking at Two Bird's outfit right now. I'm just trying to pick what things I cannot draw. I just don't have to draw. This is my story. I'm gonna tell it. And FF10 is so good. If I think about Final Fantasy X for too long, I will cry. By his last name, 920 something. I think I'll just draw like the outfit minus the glasses on this frame, and then I'll probably wrap up from there. Like staring at my MS Paint collection of screenshots of Battle 2. I'm just like, I think that's what's going on here. I guess you guys aren't as like old as me. But I was gonna ask, like, what was your first Final Fantasy? Because I think Final Fantasy is one of those things that goes by those rules of, you know, the first one you play is gonna be your favorite. Which I don't think is true for everyone, but it's true for most people. So, like, 9 was the first one I've ever seen or gone through. I watched my older brother play it, and, like, 9 is still my favorite. I think 9 is just, like, amazing. And it kind of follows the kind of stuff I like. But, like, 10 is... I think mine is obvious. FF8! Dissidia. Okay, wow. Your first one being like the crossover one that has everyone. I guess, I don't know. I guess that would work. I've never played it, but I'm still... I mean, I'm just not like a Final Fantasy stream or anything, but... Yeah, because for me, it's like... Final Fantasy is kind of one of those, like, classic, iconic, long-running series that everyone's played at least one of, but I think, like, as as I am older, it was certainly true for me, but I think now that, like, the releases are coming out, you know, there's a lot more time in between them too, that's not really true anymore. Or, you know, there's a lot of people who, like, they know about Final Fantasy, but they've never played one themselves. I'm still laughing at that. I think mine is obvious. Final Fantasy VIII. Who's the best looking guy in the room? Well, Final Fantasy VIII now just makes me think of Ben Starr, because he's always plugging it. Oh, so 8 is really cool. I like some of the storytelling elements in that. A lot of the characters are pretty cool. Like, I think 8 has kind of characters where you look at them and you're like, there's no way, like, this guy's a loser, there's no way he's gonna be cool, and then you play it and you're like, I would do anything for this guy. He was a Vocaloid? He was a Titus? Who was a Vocaloid? So, my beloved, get your hot dog thing. Actually, I was thinking more about, like, Squall, because like, Squall has that, you know, brooder, he's so broody, and, like, he's so serious, but I think he's still kind of goofy when you get to know him as a character, so he's, like, I think he's a lot more fun than you expect him to be. I think Squall also has one of the cooler designs of any Final Fantasy character. I really like the whole jacket thing he's got going on, and gunblades are so cool. But, I mean, Cypher's great. I just really like the characters in 8. Characterization of 8 is good. I know what Vocaloid is, don't worry about it. I was there when it was started. Is it okay if I put Chrono Trigger as my answer? Yes, of course. I mean, yeah. Like, it's an amazing game. I was just like, it's not really a Final Fantasy, but I mean, which is like Hatsune Miku. Yeah, I was there when it was written. I remember when some of the, like, when it was just Meiko and Kaito, and I remember, like, the Kagamines being, like, announced. I remember Luca being new. I'm old. But I'm not drawing a Vocaloid. I don't know. Does B2 look like a Vocaloid? First was FF7, but never really caught the FF bug until 14. 14 also does a really good job of kind of enticing you to play the other Final Fantasies with all the references and like not even references. Some of the expansions are entirely like based or not even like, well, Dawntrail is kind of very 9 heavy. But a lot of like sections like raids and stuff are just based entirely on the other games in the series. I think, yeah. 14 does a good job of kind of being like, play the others. Oh no, you're fine. Like it's just like I am old. Like I I mean there are people who need explanations on what Vocaloids are, but I am not one of them. I was never like hugely into FF7 though. I know that's like the big one for a lot of people, but 7 was never, I was never like super into it, but I think it's because I started with, 9, and that was a lot more fantasy. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. See you later. It's like a scarf? What is this? Just making like big lines. Just being like, well, we'll figure that out when we get there. This is not made to be this big. Sorry, just thinking. I really should have... We left it to Feature Alley, and now I'm Feature Alley, and I have to deal with Feature Alley's problems. I was about to say, like, oh, I should have, worked on the sketch a bit more so I knew, like, what I was drawing and what I was leaving out. And, I didn't, but I think I remember telling myself, like, oh, we don't need to spend that much time on the sketch, like, we'll just work it out on the lines when we get to the lines. We, as in, like, me and Future Alley, literally, I guess. And now I'm here, and I'm, like, looking at not, like, the things I didn't do on my sketch, and just being like, well, why didn't I do that? Because I'm guessing at this point. I think I also just didn't want to draw all of the hand, so... Now it's there. The usual teamwork dynamic, yep. So I think I actually couldn't decide if I wanted, like, the arms crossed or not, so I was like, oh, well, it's gonna be cut off by the frame anyway. It's not gonna be in frame, so we don't really have to decide. Because it'll just be like that, you know? I want to do this, like, strap thing that he's got going on. VTubers sure are not designed for the 2D animator. Because for live 2D, you just sort of have to draw the thing once. And you move it from there. But we're drawing frame by frame. I ain't drawing all that. I think most of my favorite VTuber designs are more on the simple side. There's not too many accessories and like stuff going on, but that's okay with me. And they're way easier to draw. That's not me taking a dig at like VTuber designs that have like a million accessories or anything. It's just I will leave some of that stuff out. You sort of got like this cape thing going on, and like over his shoulders, and then there's the scarf, and then I think the tough thing about that kind of thing, like having a cape or like a big jacket draped over your shoulders, is that you can lose a lot of the body shape. And so it's hard to make it not just look like you just drew like this for like the body. I hope that'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. Don't know if I'll do like the strap thingy, but I'll do these sort of ribbon things he's got going on. You know, my layers are now kind of on top of each other. Not too much of Allie's problem. Future Allie's problem. Regular Allie's problem. Future, present. All Allie's in the current MCU timeline has to deal with this. And this one Let's make it a bit more readable. It's a little too like jumbled up there. I don't want it to look too much like just a solid mass of color. I've said it a few times, but I really I get annoyed having to draw like outfits that are mostly black or have a lot of black on them. It's easy to get lost. Just having just a big old massive dark on the screen. Shading and all that is really annoying when it's all just like a black outfit. Okay, I'm going to hope that this all looks better like in motion. And I'm mostly just wondering now, like I'm just thinking to myself because I don't need to like answer me, if I should be drawing certain things on certain layers. So I think I do. He has like a flower on his chest that I do want to keep in because I like it. And I'm wondering if it would be easier for me to do it on a different layer. So I wouldn't have to like really erase this stuff. Because I will be having like another separate layer anyway for the glasses, because that's just going to be easier for me to do on its separate layer and edit freely, so I'm not like too concerned about it messing up the lines for the hair or the face. So I usually like to keep my layer count pretty small, but for animation I will, and like not even just animation but regular just drawing, my line art will tend to be on several layers. I'll draw different parts on different layers so I can edit those parts if I need to separately. So the glasses will definitely be on their layer. I think it might be easier to draw the flower on that layer too. So I think I'll do that, and I think I'll save like drawing the glasses and the like, I forget what, I think they have an actual name or a term, but like the glasses like chain, because that'll definitely be a bit more animated and I can just do that frame by frame. I'll do that later. Getting kind of hungry, so I think having done this outfit, like doing the outfit on one layer, and let me check. I'm gonna being hungry. I will do, I kind of want to broaden the shoulders a bit. Don't want to make them look too skinny or too young. I think the head is too big. But I don't want to resize every head. It's just a proportion thing. As green is my selection pen, so I can do, like, instead of just a lasso, I'm using a pen to select everything, because sometimes that's just easier for me. Now all my time can come here. I'm wrapping up! But congrats, Otsukare. Otsukare to you. It's almost otsukare for me. these lines will just get fixed later. Too hungry to worry about it. Because I drew like the neck and the shoulders on the first layer, so now the lines for like the clothes and the like neck and shoulders are all not matching. So that's fun. I also don't want to have him look too much like a wizard or something. Oh boy. So edit all these lines because I moved it so haphazardly. Sorry. It's okay, I was listening the whole time. I was there for the whole Final Fantasy thing. I wasn't listening too intently if you can't tell already, but I was there. God bless dual monitor setup. Well, my dual monitors are used for... I draw on one and then I have all my stream stuff on the other. And then when I'm not streaming, it's usually I'm drawing on... Like, my tablet is just my second monitor. So when I'm not streaming, it's usually I'm drawing on my tablet and then I have a stream or a video or something up on the main monitor. Control S. Everyone save your files. I think this will probably be okay. We'll clean it up. We'll clean it up later. I might slow down the motion a bit. It's definitely not a wiggle anymore, but that's kind of the joke. Okay. It looks fine. I'm not being too picky for how little I have to work on this. It's getting there. Okay. Alright, I will take a little break, like a minute or 2 minutes, just get some water and stuff, and then I'll come back and we will do our little wrap up. We'll make our little checklist, we'll chat a bit, and yeah. Alright, I will BRB. I'm back. You guys are too nice to me. I don't know, I still think I think it's mostly because I used to be able to draw pretty fast. Like, back in my Tumblr days, like, I could do an illustration in, like, a couple, like, hours and just post something very quickly, or, you know, I wouldn't be so bothered to like, post a sketch or something, but now I'm just like, well, it's not done, or I want to spend more time on this, so I think comparatively, like, maybe I'm just not so slow at drawing in general, but I think comparatively, like, I used to be, like, you know, rapid fire. Remember to add to the checklist, I'm goated. But I'm also talking with, that's true, I am talking with you guys, sometimes. That's true. Yeah, I mean, I think for 3 hours and also some chatting, this is some pretty good progress. Hopefully it won't take too much longer. She's nerfing herself for us. Reading the haphazardly, I got you. Do I still have my old drawings? Sort of. Like, so the PC I'm using right now is about like a year old, and I didn't transfer over like my old files and stuff. I kind of literally just have my old laptop, and every time I need to go back, like, get an old file, I will like start up my old laptop and be like, come on buddy, you can do it, I just need one file from you. I'm sure the quality improved by a lot. Yeah. Well, I don't know, I think my style has changed quite a bit. In that I think my old stuff is still very obviously like me and kind of my art style, but like, how should I describe it? I guess I did like different kind of coloring techniques, so I'd still do a lot of cell shading stuff, but it would kind of have this more shinier look, and I'd still do like a lot of my old drawings, or sometimes I'll go back and see my old stuff and be like, man, what happened to me? Like, why don't I draw like this anymore? But I think I'm also cleaner now, as in there's a lot of things I've smoothed out through the years. I think there's a bit better balance, so I don't know, some people might not know, but I do it all the time. You guys watch me when I stream, but doing this, like flipping the canvas, is something that is very helpful to do when you're drawing, because it helps to show you if you're drawing like lopsided, for example, or if something's off balance. So I do that a lot because I used to draw very, very, very off balance. So, like, the popular little, like, meme, I guess, is, you know, it looks good, and then you flip, and then, you know, one eye is, like, 3 feet above the other eye, and stuff like that. But I used to be quite bad at that, and now I'm a little better. Yeah, it also jump scares you, right? Like, it still happens to me, especially when I'm just sketching, like, in the sketch phase. Like, it'll be fine, and I'll be like, oh, this looks good, and I hit, you know, my hotkey for flipping the canvas, and it's just like, oh no, what happened here? When I draw on paper, like the analog and traditional drawing, I have a hand mirror that I always keep on hand, and I look at my drawing through the mirror to like, as a way of flipping the canvas, like on paper, to see if I'm like drawing on like an angle or something. But yeah, I think my old art was still kind of cute. I drew out, I guess, no, I still draw like guys all the time and like ikemen characters, but back then like that's all I drew. I just drew like cool like ikemen and boys and like haiku and idol game stuff, like all that, like all the fangirl kind of things. Don't do my boy like that. Ancient problems require ancient solutions. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think it's that like genius of an idea, like just having a mirror on hand. But when I tell, like, I've told other artists that tip, like, oh yeah, I carry like a mirror with me, and they're like, what? Like it's like this hot pro tip. I'm like, I don't know what else you would do. Like just hold it up to the light or something. I'm drinking my water, don't worry about me. Okay. I don't know. I think this is still the mouse. Yeah. I still just have these canvases open. I actually just set that up. I'll set that up after. That's genius. I think it's hard. It's like... It's an easy fix that I think might be kind of hard to get to, because you're just thinking of it in terms of, like, software, right? Like, oh, how can I do flip canvas on paper? There's no way. And it's like, well, how else would you do it? I have a little, like, Pokemon hand mirror with, like, a little handle on it that I keep it in my, like, pencil case that has all my drawing, like, my traditional drawing materials in it. So it's got, like, all my mechanical, like, my fancy mechanical pencils and the nice plastic erasers and, like, the Sakura Pigma inking pens and then a Pokemon hand mirror. I'm just checking my phone, my notifications before I jump into this. Okay. I get that you're goated, but now you're just flexing. So, let's do our post, drawing, etc. checklist. Let's not use the brushes I've been using to draw so they mess up all my settings. What's this? I can use that. Yippee! This is me shaking my fist at myself. Except the fist is backwards because I drew the thumb on the wrong side. Oh wait, no, it could have worked if it was this way. Shading the box is classic. Next we'll get you to do it on stream. Last was all smiles, now it's all frown. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm going for. Make checklist. Check. Well, it's because I need to do this thing on like stream elements or whatever it's called. It's not like just this thing I can just put up. Because I used to, the people that I remember, I did used to have like a regular chat on like showing on stream, and it's set up in a completely different way, so I have to like kind of redo the little chat like thingy that I have on OBS. I don't know the like names of all these, but it's like essentially that I just need to redo it, and I keep sort of forgetting to do the like steps that I need to do to reset it. Also, I think I might actually have one of the things. The chat thing is like hidden, but it's not even set up, but it's there. Hi, I'm wrapping up right now, but we're here and chatting, so you can just chill. What else did I want to do? So, as I kind of said before, like early in the stream, because there's a lot of like Hollow Stars things going on this month, I'll be doing a bunch of I'll probably be doing a bunch of animating this month, so gosh, please don't crash. Well, actually no, I won't show it yet. I actually have an older like GIF animation of Roberu that I think I will just go back to and finish for like as a birthday thing, because I think it's kind of nice, and that would save me some time because it's already like pretty there's a lot of progress on it, so that won't be so bad. But I think we'll do the thing I was talking about for Ruse, like the POV of flicks your forehead, and I don't know, maybe I'll do that on stream. I'll definitely do parts of all of them on stream, but I don't know if I want to do like the like all the roughs and the animation setup, because like for this Battle 2 one that I'm working on, I kind of did it like just because I had time and I didn't expect it to work out as well as it did, and it did, which is nice. But I was like, oh, I kind of wanted to do that on stream, and I just finished it. It looks kind of good. I was saying to my friend because the stream was happening. My friend's birthday is tomorrow, but it's also my first day of school today. Oh wow. Enjoy. Have a good first day. Those are always a little. I mean, I don't know. I was a good student, so I always never really minded like first day of school. But I was also a nerd, so. But happy birthday to your friend tomorrow. Smash the like button. Smash the comment button. Smash the subscribe button. Smash the bell. Ding ding ding. And do something for my friend from my birthday. Oh, that's nice. I was never like I draw something for someone for their birthday, unless they were also an artist friend, then I would draw for them. But if it was anyone else, I'd be like, what if they don't like it? Or like, what if they want something else? Or no, in college I used to, but that's because we were like, all my friends were all like anime fans, and so it's like I'll just draw them their favorite character, and that's easy. Oh, and all socials. All the social meds. But right, back to what I was saying. In my big special planner, my big huge notebook with all my plans on it, I have written down the things I wanted to get done for the month, drawing, with regards to drawing, and there are a lot. So there's this Battle 2 thing. There's a Roberu thing for his birthday. There's a Ruse thing for his birthday. There might be, I don't know, I probably won't. I don't think I'll have enough time to do something for like the 3D Live for the EN, but we'll see. Maybe I can do something small. But I think the birthday things I'll definitely try to get done, because one of them is already like 50% done anyway. Feed the voracious algorithm. Yeah, it's September already, and the Silk Song comes out today, and I want to spend most of my hours of the day playing Silk Song. And the Night Rain's getting its update. Guys, I just want to play video games. But I want to play different video games on stream because I want to be alone in my little like bubble to play my games. But that being said, I might want to do some more chill, like kind of what we did last week with Squeak Ross, like another kind of chill puzzle, or maybe like some kind of comfy game stream, just for like, it's a good way to get a chat going. like a Zatsudan that's not just my PNG supermodel on screen. Something happened. YouTube just shot all my numbers to 0, and okay, my OBS is showing me like everything is like dead. Peer pressure is real because I was trying to get into Hollow Knight again just to jump on the Silk Song hype. Hollow Knight is one of my favorite games ever, so like I won't think I would help in that. It's just such a good game. Like I'm excited to play Silk Song because I think it's going to be a really good game, and I love Hollow Knight, so like more Hollow Knight is just going to be fun for me. But yeah, like I love Hollow Knight. It's one of my favorite games. Like it's so good. What do you mean we love seeing the big Ellie head taking up 30% of the screen? She can take up more. But also, that being said, Hollow Knight is like it's a tough game too, so I don't think you'll be like, if you're gonna get into it, I think be prepared to get into the game. Or yeah. Yeah, there's this Battle 2 thing, this Rouge thing, this Rowberry thing, and then in between I have some aside things I need to work on mission-wise, and I wanna... Yeah, I know this sounds like a lot, please don't worry about me, I'm just like thinking out loud to try to like figure out schedules and what time I'd want to work on them and when, and got those like alley acrylic stands that we worked on last stream to do. Oh yeah, you guys have to get more alley streams of her just doing work and while you guys do work. That's so no. But yeah, so I think maybe like a nice comfy cozy game or some kind of puzzle thing would be a nice break from all that drawing, and a good opportunity for like a nice Satsu kind of. Dude, that's like double the work. What was the other thing? I wanted to get like you know, like coffee, like the site coffee. I wanted to get one up. I also wanted to like offer, you know, like digital goods and digital downloads and stuff, but big fan of the checklist faces. But like maybe I will just have the page up even if I can't get the like digital download free wallpaper type stuff up for a bit. I'm gonna be real, for some reason I always thought it was like ko-fi, like lo-fi. I think looking at it like that, especially like now that lo-fi is more of a thing, I totally understand that. But I think I think it is coffee because it's like the sort of idea of it is kind of it was especially when it started, like when it first started, it was kind of like a small scale Patreon. So the idea was like you would give someone, like you would donate someone like $3 because that's like the price of a coffee. So you're like supporting someone by buying them a coffee. I think that's like what it was about. So I think it's supposed to be coffee. It's goofy. I mean, yeah, because it's like, you know, you buy someone a coffee or like you can rename it to something else. So I think that was the premise. Honestly, since I don't have like YouTube memberships or anything up yet, and it might be a little less daunting than like a membership type thing, I'll put that on the list. And again, I don't want it to be too. You guys don't need to become ally shills or anything. Or some other like equivalent, right? I think people also do like commissions and storefront type things on Ko-fi too. So I'll like pick some games for for streaming. I also have some interest in doing like visual novel streams. And maybe that could be our take the place of like an ASMR stream. It's just like me reading to you guys, I guess. And Yodel face. Donating the coffee, increasing your chance of pulling a super duper hyper rare ally card from your next ally card TCG booster pack. Pay to pull. There was something earlier I said today that I was like, oh, I should do this for next stream and I'll add it to the checklist, and I just forgot because every time I get here to the end of the stream, like my brain is too tired to like remember things I've said. Oh yeah, I was gonna show you guys my like notebook, my stationery and stuff, because I keep talking about all my like stationery things, and I'm a big stationery nerd, but I haven't shown off like my notebooks or anything. Yeah. I wanted to get the work on the acrylic stands and stuff too. So it's E if you're talking about like pens and notebooks, right? This one gets another neuron. I got confused with this earlier too. I think I learned like a mnemonic once, and then it didn't. I guess it wasn't that great of a mnemonic because I totally forgot it. Or no, I think it was like it's stationary with an E because it's E for envelope, and then like A was not moving, and I forgot what the word was for that, but it was something along those lines, and I didn't think it was that good, but it was something like that. A for apples, since apples are usually stationary. I mean, you're not wrong. So I'll do, like, this one will just be like, we've got animation to work on, and the acrylic stands to work on. But aardvark to be hustling. Well, that's stationary with 2 A's. Checking my cool planner because I wrote down my ideas there and not here. Alright. I gotta come up with the special Allie September outfit for the TCG. Yeah, I always gotta eat food. And again, one more thing that I just wanted to write down, mostly that I want to remember. Me personally, I want to see Allie in the fall leaves, but it sounded so gentlemanly. Allie against the backdrop of the beautiful seasonal foliage. Yeah, maybe I'll come up with a couple ideas, or if you guys have any, you can suggest them to me and I'll put it in a poll and we'll decide there. I want Allie to look like an ad for Pottery Barn. You gotta wear the comfy sweaters. That is a lot, but I feel like the past couple streams our checklist has been bare and like literally just smiley faces, so I just want to have something so I know like I need to like point myself in some direction. Well, I can't remember the last thing, so this is good for now. Alright. Yeah, alright. I've kept you guys for long enough, and I'm hungry. And I've got... Oh, be happy. Yeah. That's for you guys too. Well, kept you guys long enough, and yeah, I'm hungry and got some other stuff to do, but you know, I'm feeling good. We can probably stream again tomorrow. I will I'll think while I'm eating lunch what I'll do tomorrow. I'll either be like a chill game or more drawing. But yeah, thanks for coming in and watching, guys. I know today was a little bit quieter and a little bit more like worky than some of our previous kind of more recent streams, but I think that was good too. I felt productive. I hope you guys were also got your work, you know, productive, got your work done. Remember, save your files. Yeah. And thanks, I got some really nice comments from people today, some new chatters. That made me really happy. I super appreciate it all the time, as always. I have classes tomorrow. Good luck. Yay! Learning is good and cool. But yeah, have a good day. Relax. Get some sleep. Super same. Have a good day at school. Have some good classes. Good day at work. Enjoy your days. Thanks again for hanging out with me. And get some good sleep. Good rest. And maybe I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah. Alright. I will call it there. I've been chatting for too long. But yeah. Thanks again. See you guys later. Arigatou gozaimashita. Bye bye. Mata ne.